Today we're on Fiddle Magic page 15 again, but this time we're going to be studying number 6, Leapfrog. So Leapfrog is actually a study in grace notes, and so it's a great way to introduce the grace note if the student hasn't seen it yet, but it's definitely a topic that you need to cover pretty early on for the beginner because they are found quite a bit throughout all of our repertoire as violinists. And I never thought too much particularly about this one. It wasn't really something that I found interesting as a teacher, but I realized that it's something that I've been doing so long that I guess I kind of forgot the magic of it. So every time I teach it, I see that the students just absolutely think it's really neat. It's a lot of fun, and so it refreshed my perspective on it, so I could see it through the eyes of my student or through the eyes of somebody who hasn't really seen or heard a grace note very much, and especially the way it's presented here by Sally O'Reilly. I think it's really cute and really fun. So it's not just about grace notes. We have to kind of cover a lot of things in this exercise, but you can see that we're using a grace note with our second finger and then going to third finger for 2 strings, and then we're going from our first finger to our second finger, which is nice. We also get to have a variety of high 2, low 2, so we're gonna go like high 2 here, right, and then high 2, and then low 2, 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then back to high 2. So the 2 has to get up and move kind of diagonally upward here, and then so that's kind of nice that it's adding a couple of extra challenges. The other thing is the string crossing. So we want to make sure our arms are kind of shadowing one another. So we're on the G string, this is the G level. On the E string, this is the E level, right? So so what I usually instruct the student to do, if this is like a really early stages, what I'll tell them to do is just put their second finger on the G string, and then I'll tell them to put the bow, place the bow, and then as soon as you hear the 2, you want to place the 3 right away. So I heard the 2, and then I'm going to add the 3. So I'm going to listen to the 2 and the 3, and then I'm going to stop my bow. There's a rest, there's a quarter note rest, so then we freeze. All right, so I'm going to show you that. Put the 2 on the string first, then put the bow, then pull the bow, then drop the 3, and then stop. See how I'm still here? I'm frozen. And then the finger and the bow, they go to the D together, okay? And then get the 2 ready again. The 2 has to already be sitting on the string. So we want to have the 2 there. As soon as you hear it, you drop the 3, okay? Then I'm still here. I'm going to drop to the A level, get my 1 ready. This time I'm going to do a low 2, okay? Be careful with that one. So low 2, 1, 1, 2, and then freeze the bow, stop the bow. We have a rest, prepare. So the rest is a preparation for the next one, and then right, and then hop the 1 across, and the bow goes. See how they both go to the A level together, and then the 2 gets up and goes up to high 2 diagonally, and then go to the G string. See how my levels are all very well organized and planned out. Now, once you kind of get the hang of it, sometimes, the student will pass this exercise in 1 week. I usually give, several exercises each week. And some of them, they just pass right away. Some of them, they spend a little bit longer on it. So we might, keep it for another week and give them a chance to either correct some mistakes, or I might, just give it to them the first week, and then I'll fine tune it the second week, and then it will kind of develop. So by the second week, it sounds pretty good. And if there's any other teaching points, then I'll have them keep it for the third week. Some exercises are actually very challenging, so the student may stay on it for weeks and weeks, but usually it's just 1 week or 2 weeks. Now, a couple other little tips to consider here is that a grace note, in my mind, it's always like slightly a cousin to a trill or a mordant or any other decoration. It's considered to be an ornament, right? So it's kind of in that whole family of decorative notes. So The decorative note is the B, and the actual note is the C. So the C is the main note. So in usually a grace note should be kind of brought out. So if you want to lean on one of the notes, you should lean on the grace note. You want to lean on the note that does not belong. So since we added it to the original note, it's like an extra, it's like superfluous, it's an ornament, it's a decoration. It doesn't actually belong, so we want to lean on it and bring it out, and then slightly do less on the actual note. So what I do, even with my trills, and a lot of decorations, not all, but lots of ornaments, I put a tiny little articulation with my bow, and that helps to really clarify it. So listen to the difference if I don't. So it has kind of like a beginning, like a sound, but now I'm going to put like a b sound to it. So I think it sounds much better, and it sounds energetic, sounds crispy, especially if it's a grace note in a fast passage. You want that very crispy, quick, snappy, chirping, that type of bird-like quality to it. And then the other thing I do is there's a staccato on the quarter note, so I actually kind of come to an abrupt stop. So you'll hear the beginning of the note and then the end of the note. It kind of stops very cleanly. So I'll show you one more time. It's important to prepare on the rest and to be very, very metronomic about it. So 1, 1, 1. You want to feel that rest really, really carefully. So I'll just show you one more time.